Legendary NASCAR Hall of Famer Jeff Gordon took the race car world mainstream in the 1990s, becoming a household name. But what's less well known about this four-time NASCAR Cup Series champion and three-time Daytona 500 winner is his dedication to finding cures for childhood cancers. What started your connection to pediatric cancer?
Yeah, well, and it sort of began here at Hendrick Motorsports because my crew chief, Ray Evernham, at the time, we were both young and new to NASCAR. His son was diagnosed with leukemia at 1 year old, and it was just a shock to him, shock to everybody. And it was the first time that had really hit home for somebody close to me. That was 1993. In 1999, I decided to start my own foundation and really focus everything on pediatric cancer.
Most of Gordon's financial contributions go towards research.
And that kind of goes back to racing for me. You know, my experience as being a part of a race team is when we go and find ways to make the car go faster, find ways to win races, find ways to get an edge over a competition, it's usually through research and development. When I go into a lab and I'm around researchers, it reminds me of these engineers that are finding and searching and creating ways to revolutionize how we look at cancer and find better long-term treatments to it. And so I've seen the results of that on the racetrack, and I've seen the results of it in a research lab as well.
This one.
This one? Is this the one? Hey, that one looks fast. I like it.
While survival rates for pediatric cancer have improved drastically over the last few decades, as many as 2/3 of those survivors will struggle with long-term side effects from treatment, something Jeff is working to change. I mean, if you're not in this world, you think, okay, it's awful, a child is diagnosed with cancer, but then they're cured.
Right.
And you don't know of all of the repercussions.
It's great that there have been huge advancements on the cure rate side of certain types of cancers, and yet we don't focus much on the rare ones, or we don't, like to your point, focus on what are the secondary effects and the long-term effects, and how toxic many of these treatments are. And while you may be cured of the type of cancer that you were diagnosed with, that they don't always pick up on what happens beyond that, and that's not always a part of the statistics.
3 things I really like are dogs, Legos, and The Mandalorian.
Children like Aiden, who's battling a rare type of cancer, inspired Jeff to keep fighting for less toxic treatments.
We're constantly being told that there's long-term effects to the chemo. Could this have been prevented with a treatment that wasn't 30, 40 years old? There just wasn't the options there, and to have more would have been fantastic. I don't want anybody else to feel the way that we felt in these past few months. Having the funding for research, like these clinical trials and future clinical trials, it is going to change these kids' lives one day.
To help advance pediatric cancer research.
Jeff's foundation has granted more than $22 million for research for less toxic, more effective treatments for childhood cancers. One of his biggest annual fundraisers is the Corvette for a Cure program, which over the years has raised more than $15 million.
Ready for a ride?
I got the opportunity to ride in this year's car with the world-famous race car driver himself.
Don't forget to buckle up.
Oh, yeah. Does it come with a helmet?
Not today.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, no. Stop, Jeff! Jeff, these cars are coming over! Oh my, Jeff! So somebody's gonna win this car, your car. Somebody's gonna win your car, and then you're gonna take them for a ride.
Absolutely. This is a program we've been doing for about 18 years now. This is really our biggest fundraiser that we have every year. This car means a lot to our foundation and to pediatric cancer. It represents a lot, not just is it fast and cool looking and goes fast, but the amount of money that's been raised through our Corvette for a Cure program has really, it's changed people's lives.
So, no, stop. Oh my God. Oh my God. alive. That was insane and so fun.
Well, I had to take her to Jeff Gordon Expressway because I figured I wouldn't get a ticket there. I don't want to say how fast we went. It was
I
fast.
think it felt like about 200. That's what I think it was.
As long as it felt like 200.
Jeff has dedicated the last 24 years of his life to finding cures and improving the lives of children with cancer. Today, his resolve is just as strong, and the fight is still as personal as the day he started.
I have a 16-year-old daughter. I have a 13-year-old son. And because of my experiences and being in hospitals, I realize every day that could be us, right? That could be me walking into a doctor's office with my daughter or my son. So I guess what I want is for no parent to ever have to go through that, because I can't imagine that. I think that'd be terrifying, but I know it's real. I don't take it for granted because I have seen it too many times. It doesn't discriminate. It can happen to anybody. And that's my goal, is just to make sure that no parent ever has to hear their child is diagnosed with cancer.